Yeah, yes. It's Adik Mas. It's Adik Mas. Moving along here. Yeah. The 21st. Day of Adik. Yeah, okay, so now it's 2:30 in the morning. Even though I did rest at around 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock, if I wake up, I know it's a wake-up call to get me moving, to get, so that my life will be all right. So 2:30 in the morning, and you don't really have to worry about it. You put these chopper beads in your hand, and if you're still lying down, you'll fall asleep. Don't worry about it. You don't have to try to go to sleep. Yeah. So yeah, but this is the general practice for me. Around 2:30 or 3 o'clock, I just wake up. That's a very good time to chant. And then I just do some exercises as I old bodies don't want to move. Yeah. Here, see, all these type of exercises with this guy's the pump. He's supposed to be pumping everything up, He's like the last part of your body. And you're just thinking, you get the pump working, for the day, So I'm laying down, I'm getting it working. I'm making them both work. And then, let's see, I can't move fast, you guys, but I can move. Oh, some of the parts of the body, a little hard to move early in the morning. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm anything, anything you can do to get this guy, get the pump working. Now see, I got my water right there. Now because I'm over 60, I should not do too much without drinking some water. Because then what happens is your muscles being depleted. When you're over 60, your muscle becomes depleted if you don't take something, even if it's water with a little bit of I use that coconut powder, I put the coconut powder in there, freeze-dried coconut powder, and mix it up, and a little salt, everybody knows these things now. You put a little salt in there and everything, and then that for a over 60-year-old is very good, So move it around. Don't stop. There's tricks to this too. That as I'm moving, you don't move forcefully. Don't be like, oh, get up. No. Be loving about it. He's got to move. Some motion has to be done there, because he's got to pump all day long. He's got to pump the blood up and get it from that region all the way up to your heart region. This is very good pump. So get it moving. And then if you can see, ouch. Yeah, move aside, please. Yeah, I put my feet like this. Butterfly. They call it the butterfly. You can do it while you're lying down. You don't have to do it completely, but that's very good pump. And then I'll give a little bit of a help with that. Do what is called Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is you're breathing in and you're breathing out. You're breathing in and you're breathing out through the nose. Now, see, if you were here, you'd be able to see that my left nostril is just pushing out a lot of air. That's a very good sign. It's in the mode of repair. So I'm chanting my Hare Krishna Maha Mantras. I'm doing my, what they call the butterfly. I'm doing this, okay? Seems like you're distracting yourself, but you're not. You're really like getting ready for this. You know, it was 48. See? You can't hear a fan in my room, right? I'm not trying to be a big guy or anything, but that my body doesn't like to have the fan hitting me, and the air conditioning seems to be even worse. So this room was 48. Yeah, this room was 48, and certainly a lot of sweat. So yeah, just. Krishna Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Ram Krishna Krishna Ram Ram Krishna Krishna Krishna. Ow. Ram Ram. Now, while I'm doing this, there's another trick. I'm taking my tongue, I'm putting it up against my teeth, my upper teeth. Actually, there's 4 positions. Up against the upper teeth on the inside. Then after a while, I'll move it to the lower teeth on the inside. And then I'll move it to one cheek and then another cheek. 4 different positions and 4 different places in the brain is activated by that. Like I said, you don't have to worry about falling asleep. If you have to go to sleep, you will fall asleep doing japa. Don't worry about that part. Worry about, getting prepared for the next day. This is a wake up, and you want to wake up and make sure that you do it all right. Yeah, I'm pushing back and forth. Yeah. So these are the things, and also you move your neck to the right, and then you move your neck to the left, and then you move your neck to the back, and then you move your neck to the front. So those are 4 positions with the neck. And those 4 positions with the neck activate different parts of the brain. So you're waking up your brain in different places. Yeah. So you got the Kalpavati. Yeah. Don't worry about the back and forth because you're trying to chant japa. Tell Krishna, move my air back and forth if you want to, because I'm chanting my japa. I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, I got this phone in my hand. Okay. So that's it, Nice morning, exercise. I'll probably fall asleep after 16. And then I'll get the other 48 later on in the day. Yeah, I'll get the other 48 later on in the day. But I know I can do 16 because I can feel myself so much awake, and I'm happy. I went to sleep, what was it, 10:30? Yeah, I think it was 10:30 last night. And here I am, just like jumping out of bed, doing some exercises. Yeah, young kids, this body's almost 80. And I'm jumping out of bed, doing some exercises, and with the intention of hearing Krishna's name, Yeah. That's the only good attention. And as you would imagine, I'm just like sweating like mad. And the persons that can walk on Prikram, I heard a group go by just a moment ago. They're doing Prikram around Vrindavan. So you're getting a notification, from a place where things are happening around here, It's not that just everybody lays in bed, There's plenty of people out there doing dandavats around Vrindavan. Or they're doing other austerities. Okay, so you got it. Remember, those guys got to get moving. They got to get moving. They have to pump during the day. And then this is a part of the pelvic exercise. Or, for men, it's very important. But ladies, too. It gets the blood moving in this pelvic region. Yeah. Remember the tongue. Put the tongue on the teeth, upper, lower, cheek, next cheek, Move your head to the right, move your head to the left, move your head back, move your head forward. Get the whole body like balanced out for a whole day again. And during the day, I do some other exercises, of course, but these are nice ones. Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, like, I'll reach for the back thing, Yeah, you reach for your little, because this is good for. Yeah, just put up with the old man, Yeah, I got my little back thing. It's like a little support here for my back. Yeah, just put it under. You can just use a pillow, If I'm in bed, I just put a pillow underneath my back. But since I'm down here on the floor anyways, I'm use this guy. Yeah. Yeah, the yoga system. Yeah. Get it going. You can't wait for this body to help you. You got to make sure this body helps you. Yeah. Yeah, don't wait for the body to help you. You make sure it helps you. Oh. Yeah, there we go. That knee right there is hurting. Oh. Phew. Yeah, that knee's giving trouble. But it's all right. Yeah. Then just lay in the back and roll on this back support. There's details, and everything, but this is helping. It's getting those muscles in the back to move. I mean, all day long you're forgetting about them. So, just move back and forth, chant japa and Haribo, it's not that difficult. Yeah, that old clock just keeps on ticking away. Now I'm gonna get back to my japa, because that's the reason why I'm awake. Oh, and as people could say whatever they want to say. That's a piece of cloth, right? But that cloth has been soaked in nanoparticles of copper oxide. And if you were in my room, you would think there's some coolness to my room, because any air that pushes through there takes on some nice coolness. And in back of me also there's another one. Yeah. So I got that. Even on my door I'm gonna go put one. Any air that comes in here, I want it to go through my nanoparticle copper oxide. And nobody ever writes me, but if you're interested in everything, I can tell you where to buy it and everything like that, you know. Or and people don't even look at descriptions. You could just, get a hold of me, somehow or other. Yeah, just get a hold of me, and I'll tell you how to get your nanoparticles. And you can even call up the people and say, oh, I want my nanoparticles to be made of Tulsi, or I want my nanoparticles made of Neem, or I want there's ways to make copper oxide nanoparticles from different plant sources. So you got all the creation of Krishna and his plant sources, and you got it, your air is coming through that. And as I'm sitting here speaking of it, I can even feel there's coolness coming into this room. Yeah. It's not coolness because it's cool outside, but it's coolness because it's going through that curtain that has copper nanoparticles through it. And it gives like a really nice atmosphere in your room. I don't know why Krishna's doing something extra. He's putting like a wind on my head. On the back of my head, there's this wind that's making me feel so good. Okay, and that curtain's not moving, So definitely the nanoparticles are doing their work. Now, one time in the U.S., and I think it was Arizona, there was this man trying to do a cancer place, and he built the place, and he made sure that these screens had copper in them, that they didn't have steel in them. Now, he wasn't aware of it, but the copper was helping the people that are having problems with their cancer. So that just the people coming, staying in his rooms, all of a sudden they started feeling better because the air that was coming in through the window was passing through the copper mesh, and the copper mesh was making it helpful, So all these things, it's happening in this world. Definitely that right there is changing it. Maybe not to a great extent, but it's enough for me, It gives a nice atmosphere. Okay, before I gave you guys about 20 minutes of my japa time, and I don't want to fall asleep before I finish 16, Yeah, I got to get going. You feel better once you've chanted. Old man falling asleep, and in just a moment, I'm gonna grab my water jug and make my powdered freeze dried coconut powder. They got so many different varieties of it. Is it a cheap one that they won't say whether it's freeze dried or it's otherwise. And yeah, that one's freeze dried. It's really good. But it can't be, that comes out to be about, I think, less than 20 rupees, a little package. And this one, I haven't figured this one out, but this is about 300 rupees, and it's got 30 different times you can take it. So, you get your coconut powder in your system. Yeah, I put a little bit of pink salt. Anybody who doesn't put pink salt. Yeah, I put a little pink salt in my coconut water. In just one moment, I'll be taking that. Yeah, you got to take care of the little body. Once you become over 60, you can't wait on it to produce things. You got to make sure it produces its stuff. So that Actually, last night I couldn't find the, on Amazon that they have run out of the Narial Pani. That's a really good one. So I just ordered that guy again. Yeah. Anyways, I use a lot of it. I go through 5 liters. 5 liters is a minimum for me. So maybe 5 or 6 liters. Yeah. And because you're adding stuff, it hydrates your body. And what's the benefit of hydrating? Well, it goes into your skin and it pushes all the junk out of your skin. So you got your whole body moving. The stomach, it decides where the water should go. If you got water going in that doesn't have anything, it's thinking it's just to cleanse. So it just goes through the body, So water, some liquid should have something in it. Some salt, some this, some that, whatever. And then, but mine, it'll shoot it towards the sweating, and that's really good because it's cleaning your whole body is cleaning, it's sweating, it's getting rid of everything. And all you do is sitting around or laying around. So the stomach is the one that decides, should I put it down to the colon, or should I put it over to the kidneys, and then also should I put it over to the kidneys so the kidneys push it through the skin? Everything's being controlled like that by the stomach. So I want my water to, and what happens is that water doesn't, it takes on a lot of bacteria out of your body. Lots. You just sweat like mad. Whatever. Okay, I'll leave it like that. Difficult, to keep talking, but hope it brings some, just, get the old legs moving, Yeah, just do all kinds of things. Make the pumps work. Anything, just anything. Anything you can think of. I got my backrest so I can just back and forth. Okay. Yeah, don't want to take your time up. Hopefully you'll take a little bit of inclination to your... See, I don't know if you can see, but my muscle right here, that muscle right there, I can move it nicely. And if I put it up like the butterfly, yeah. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, if I put it up like the butterfly, you can see that muscle. Yeah. Strong muscle, because it's got to move me. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I will go to just Never Never Land. Come fly with me to Never Never Land. We'll sing and play in Never Never Land. You never get old in Never Never Land. So let's go back to Never Never Land. Yeah. body is our vehicle just to get back to Never Never Land. Back. We were there. So we have to go back to Never Never Land. Yeah. Yeah. No reason to be here. Come fly with me to Never Never Land. We'll sing and play in Never Never Land. Even if someone just says that's just dreaming, okay, then no problem. I'd rather dream like that than have to face, what's happening in the world, that, because, I have nothing to say. With whatever's happening in the world, it's going to happen, there's no say on my part. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, and I got this is good. This is good honey. Good honey. Like I think it's a half a liter or 800 rupees. And it's, and good honey has the structure. The structure of the honey bee cone is so powerful that it's within this honey. That's how strong it is. If it's pasteurized, force filtered and things like that, it's not there. But if it's just regular honey, it's all there. And that structure is actually the Gopal mantra. The Gopal Yantra. The Gopal Yantra, Gopal mantra is there in that structured water, honey. So, you got a lot of help. So don't take any other honey. Just nice honey that hasn't been pasteurized. There's plenty of people out there having it. Okay. I'm gonna get serious and leave you guys, and you guys struggle on your own. Yeah. Let's see. You got the honey. Now I just take a teaspoon of this. There's no need for more. Teaspoon morning, right now. Teaspoon morning and teaspoon evening. Now, anybody doing, like I said, the mitochondria fasting, don't take the honey. You can take other things, but don't take the honey. But for somebody over 60 years old, you have to break the mitochondria fasting, or else your body starts taking nutrients out of your muscles, and that's bad. So we just got a different situation. I have to give some nutrients to my body, and then it can function all right. Yeah, it's intelligent, Okay. Anything else? No, it's hard to get everything out. Help each other out. Hard to stand by and make sure everybody is all right. And this temperature of 48, it may even go up higher. And they're calculating that it'll be here until Sunday, around the 26th or 27th. It may change. They don't know yet if it's going to change. I mean, you know that they're manipulating the weather. I mean, okay, we have weather like this every year, but not as intense and not so manipulated. We got from the Mediterranean. They're using the function that's called La Nina. La Nina is that they make the temperature of the water hotter. the surface temperature of the water hotter. And then they push it this way. And that air, it blows away our good water. Or they can make it so it brings water when it's not supposed to. And then from the south, we got Australia. They're producing what is called El Nino, the little kid. And the little kid does the opposite of La Nina. So we're getting hit. Here in India, we're getting hit from both sides. Yeah. So you don't all of a sudden start just blaming that stuff, because you can't do anything about it. They just want to, they can't believe that the Prime Minister here is so relaxed that he's not even blinking his eyes towards all this. He knows what's going on. He's not even blinking his eyes towards it. He's just not letting. You can't do anything about it. If you look at India, it's like from both sides it can be hit with bad weather by countries that are outside of it. And you can't do anything about it, And if you start just raising some voice against it, then all of a sudden you got your whole population is fearful of the other people on both sides. There's some fear. You have to protect your borders and everything, but this is beyond the regular fear. They're ruining our crops. They're ruining our water supply. They're ruining so many things. But you can't bring it to the attention of the public. So he's not speaking out. And that's really bothering them. They want to make him cry, or they want to make him yell. And then all of a sudden his people get all upset. And then he loses control of the people. So, but he's just remaining as quiet. I can't even believe it. As quiet as possible. As quiet as possible. And, shanti, So, we do the same. Let's just remain as shanti as possible and let happen whatever wants to happen, and just keep on rolling along. Yeah, it's an individual thing. Your responsibility is never taken away. You have your own responsibility wherever you are, and it's not taken away. So, yeah, okay. I definitely just put together my first water with my honey, my unpasteurized honey. I put my first water together with my powdered coconut water. Oh, yeah. Okay, whatever. Okay, Hare Krishna.